Hello, football fans, and welcome back to another episode of OG Fantasy Football. I am your host, Brian Dunkleman, and my co-host, he's not here. I am going solo. It's my first solo maiden voyage of the podcast because our dear sweet friend, John Burrell III, is moose hunting.
What the fuck are you doing?
You heard me. Murdering the beautiful, majestic moose with his 78-year-old father, the mayor of the village of Ellicottville, John Burrell II. That's right, the first family of Ellicottville, the lifelong subscribers to LL Bean and Land's End magazine are in the bush in the state of Maine killing moose. Good luck, fellas. Are moose good eating? We're going to find out. Maybe a little teriyaki moose. Good luck to the boys on their big hunt. I'm excited to be doing this alone. Finally, we get rid of the riffraff. What a despicable week 5. You got to be kidding me. And I got to talk about this crap alone. First of all, I get up at 6:20 because I'm on the correct coast. You right coasters. What's it like getting up to see football in the morning? 6:20. I get up to see that load of crap. You got to be kidding me with that performance from my beloved Buffalo Bills. Look, I'm not a fan of England. I've had poor experiences. And one in particular in 2002. I'm looking at you, Simon Cowell. He was a good guy. Who cares? It's long in the past. But I don't want to see my beloved Buffalo Bills go to England again. That was just terrible. So last week, we go to Miami, the Miami game, an absolutely unbelievable trip home. We lose our best defensive player. Pour a little White Claw surge out for Trey White. Oh, look what happens the very next week. We lose our best defensive player left, Matt Milano. You know, when you say you're a Buffalo Bills fan, there are two words that are automatically attached as precursors to that statement, and those two words are long and suffering. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to sit here as an adult male of 52 years of age to think maybe, are we cursed? Is that a thing? Can you name another team in any sport that has endured the hardship and more weird stuff, horrible endings? I'm talking last year with DeMar and that happening. A player died on the field. Oh, the first game of the season, Aaron Rodgers, Achilles after 4 plays. After somebody tweets 2 hours prior, Aaron Rodgers will tear his Achilles in a rain-soaked field. We're living in a simulation. Can I request a new dealer? Shuffle up and deal. I want a new dealer. Look, you got to play the hand you're dealt, but this dealer sucks. Anyway, 3-2 is not where you want to be. We're a fantasy football podcast, but we are a Buffalo Bills podcast as well. We're going to get right. Look, if we don't beat the Giants, see ya. We're done. Call it a year. No offense to my Giants fans. Stanley Ullman. Speaking of Stanley Ullman, 101 points. The highest point total of the week. Good for you, Stanley Ullman. There's 2 of them. There's multiple. There's so many Stanleys in my heart that I put an S at the end of his name. 101 points. What a beautiful week. You want to know why? Because, like a smart person, he started a real quarterback, a real man, a real quarterback named Purdy, who had 33 points. 33. Do you know how many the Taysom bitches had this week total for their team? 33. I'm looking at you, Patty Mahomes, with your stupid hair and your ketchup on your steak. Oh, we're gonna mince words. We're gonna have some words. I don't think we're mincing them. Sometimes I screw up euphemisms. Stanley Ullman with 101 points. That takes, here we go with the standings. The edible, I took an edible right before because I actually forgot John was out of town. And it's an hour later than we usually like, you up? What's going on? Oh, you're killing moose. I got to do this myself. The White Claw surges. We don't need to discuss how many we're in, but we're going to outrace that edible. I'll tell you that right now. Lost Farm, our other sponsor. You guys should be paying us money. Have we discussed that? Well, look, don't answer right now. We'll discuss terms later. In first place, holding on, it's some young guy with a total of 334. He finally came back to earth, finally had his first bad week of the year with 24 points. But look at this, my dear friend out there in the cold, ready to kill a moose. Shitsuckers, John Ainsworth Burrell the third. In second place, he's only 13 behind. He had a crappy week, 38 points. Not good. He was on a tear as well. It's basically a kind of a 4-man race, but a 3-man race within 16 points. In third place, it's the Omaha Stakes. My brother, Tom Dunkelman. He's only 16 behind. Didn't have a great week either. Only 40. And then in fourth place, here comes Steve-O, my nephew, Justin Scharf. He had a shit week. 32 points. He's only 42 behind. And then in fifth, it's my dear friend and Giants fan, Stanley Ullman of the Deadheads, with 101 points, 55 behind. And then, man, everybody else is basically 100 or more out. The Taysom bitches, we're sliding. We're sliding downward and towards the bottom. John, is this how you felt all year last year while I was up dancing with the top 3, just skipping around in joy every week while you were down there in the basement? I'm not in the basement, but I'm basement adjacent. Look, I can smell mildew from where I'm sitting, and I don't want to go down there. It must have been a horrible season for you, John, because I don't even want to do this right now. 33 points. Patrick Mahomes, I drafted you with the 5th pick overall. Why? Because traditionally, you're to be counted on for 30 points by yourself at least 5 to 6 times over the course of a season. Well, guess what? 5 weeks are down. You haven't had more than 18. You have not broken 20 yet, Patrick Mahomes. We're in a fight. And I'll tell you right now, I got Kyler Murray limbering up. He's limbering up. He's almost done with the last season of Call of Duty. He's off the video games. He's starting to watch tape. He's ready. I will bench your ass so fast, Patrick Mahomes, your head will spin. You too, Kelsey. I blame you, Taylor Swift. Everything was fine until you came along. And now Patrick Mahomes, 12 points. Jesus, you suck. Patrick Mahomes, look at the meltdowns. Jeff Galley in the basement. He's 178 points behind. That is not where you want to be. Let's take a look at our dear friend Stanley Ullman's week. Wow, what a joy. Where is it? Hold on. I don't like to do any editing. I'm running solo. Stanley Ullman, purdy. He's got a real purdy mouth. 33 points. What a beautiful night of football, especially when you're also starting George Kittle. Hey, we mock him for starting tight ends. Who's laughing now? 3 touchdowns to George Kittle, 27 points from him. And then he got B. Robinson, 12 points. Another receiving touchdown for the new rookie, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. What are you doing? Who am I to judge? You got 101. Taking a sip of my beverage. Our boy Kelsey, Mr. Pfizer, Mr. Swift, comes through with a chippy sixer because that's all you can throw, isn't it, Mahomes? You can't throw more than 6. You can't throw more than 9 yards. 6-point queen. God, we're in a fight. Joey Sly, I think he started a different kicker every week. Can't argue with the results. 8 points. And then the Jets. The New York Football Jets with a victory over that. Oh, God. Oh, there is no joy in Denver. There is no joy in Denver at all. Not looking good for you. Russ is not. Do you smell what Russ is cooking? Oh, he's cooking vomit. 15 points for the Jets. Leaves nothing on the bench. Congratulations for another $50 for Stanley Ullman of the Deadheads. Oh, he snatched it. He snatched the victory from the jaws of the Mansfield Mob, who had 92 points and a lead going into Monday night, but that Purdy to Kittle connection was too much. There's too much. He couldn't overcome it. Justin Fields, welcome back. Welcome back. I got you in a couple best ball leagues. Way to go, buddy. Oh, 36 points. Breece Hall. Oh, there's no limitations now. He is fleet of foot. Man, that guy is fast. 12 points. Look at you with McLaughlin. Who the hell is McLaughlin? 18 points. I think this is 4 weeks in a row that somebody who has had the number one waiver pick has picked that person up, and then they've had at least 12 to 24 points. And I believe Carl's done it 2 or 3 times because you've had a horrible season, Carl. But there's always the silver lining. Look at these receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Olave, and Waddle. He gets a 6er from Olave, a 6er from Waddle. Carlson, who he just picked up with 5 points. And the Saints come marching in with a 9-point touchdown. Oh, those must feel good. I've only experienced one. I'm already thinking I got to pick up a new D. But you know, the instant you do that, the old D that you dropped, they score. And somebody like Lumpy Kears picks them up. And then you got to sit with that bitter taste in your mouth. The prodigal comes home, our dear sweet friend Coleman Roach. He's having problems at quarterback. Oh, really, is he? Because he got 33 from Jared Goff. Do you hear that, Mahomes? God, I hate you so much, Patrick Mahomes. Jared Goff has more points than you had in three games combined. 33 points. Good Lord. 3 passing, a 4-pointer, a 1-pointer, a 1-yarder, a 4-yarder, a 31-yarder for 9 points, and a rushing for 12. Very nice. And then Alexander Madison. His name is Alexander Madison. 12-pointer with a 9-yard reception. Edibles are gaining. Hey, Jamar Chase, welcome to the 2023 season. That's who I wanted in the second round. And boy, when I didn't get him, I was happy after the first 4 weeks. He's back. A 2-yarder, a 6-yarder, a 63-yarder. That's 24 points. Nice job, Chase. And then Moody with 6 points. 75. Nice job, Roach Dog. Let's skip over the riffraff. Look, there was a lot of crappy weeks this week. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams scored under 50 points. That is rare. That is a crappy week, and that's a great opportunity to really gain some ground, as did the Deadheads in the Mansfield Mob, as did not the aforementioned Taysom bitches who are about to get a name changed if I have anything to do with it. And why not? It's my team. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Mahomes, 12. We've talked about it ad nauseum. Get your shit together, or I will trade you. I will sell low. So low. So low, you won't even hear it. Herbert, he had nothing. He's got an ankle sprain. Great. Started him the first week. Look what happens. He gets hurt. Josh Jacobs. Hey, you know what? And on Monday night, I saw that touchdown, and I was joyous. When you only have 27 points going into Monday night, and you got a guy you're thinking, maybe he'll have 30. Oh, I'll take the 6. I'll go to sleep with a bit of a smile. Just the left corner of my mouth, slightly up. That's how I fell asleep Monday night. Derrick Henry, 0 points, but I watched that game. He threw another pass, a halfback option. Beautiful throw to Hopkins, but it was literally about 1.5 inches too much. He did not get the second foot down. And boy, am I so grateful on the Lord's Day that I get to tune in to see that happen. Otherwise, I might have never known. 18 points. Gone before it even appeared. And oh boy, look at this. There's a little bit of reason for a little bit of joy in this unbelievably horrible week because I made a great pickup. It's a revenge game. How many teams has DJ Chark played for? Oh, he played for the fucking Lions. DJ Chark, 9 points. Thank you, DJ Chark. Second to only Patty, and that's your name, Patty. Patricia. You know what? That's it. Prove that you have a sack and balls in a sack and nuts and a dick. Edibles are winning. And my sweet dear kicker. And Aubrey was her name. didn't have much of a chance. 42-10. You're pretty psyched that he only has 6 points. Tajay Spears, I left 9 points on the bench. Boy, he looks good. Look, this is the way I see it. Derrick Henry gets traded to the Bills. You had 29 yards rushing in England. That's the most embarrassing thing that's happened between the United States and England since the tea got dumped in the sea. I don't know. I miss John. I don't know what I'm doing. This is too much work. Let's take a look at John's week because it was just slightly a little less shitty than mine. Kirk Cousins, he's up there in rarefied Mahomes air with 12. Yeah, they're the same. They're about the same. Oh, except I forgot. Don't let me insult you, Cousins. You have outscored my boy Patty by about 40 this year. DeAndre Swift, who I wanted in a trade, 0. Looking like a genius. That didn't come through. Mostert was 6. Look for Mostert to jump in value now that A-Chain or Ashane or Achane, I don't know how the fuck you say it. The kids with the names these days, you know what I'm saying? He's hurt for a couple weeks, so we'll see how Mostert does. Look for Wilson to be coming back in the fold. He is now eligible to return to practice. Kyron Williams, if that is your real name, out of the Rams, he had 0. Cooper Kupp, he's back. He had a nice stat line, but nice stat lines don't mean shit in this league. Get in the end zone or you suck. Jumbo Elliott with 11. He has yet to score single digits. That's probably the best kicker start we've ever seen in the history of Big League Chew. And then look at you. You have a shit week, but you still get 9 points from the Bengals. Good God. Come on, Patriots. I'll drop you, Patriots. I'll drop you like a hot rock. You know you need to start. You need to start whoever's playing the Patriots because I think they have given up 6 points to the defense 3 weeks in a row. Daniel Jones, he's always good to start a defense again. He's got a case of the Fumblerooskies. Let's just take a little bit of a sneak a little peekaloo at the player stats for this juncture, which is a little over a quarter of the year because you had to get stupid and make it 17 weeks. And you look, I'm good at math. I got a 670 on the AS and the SATs in math. Verbal, what's that you ask? The verbal? 450. 450. Look, I was really hungover and I didn't want to take him again. Who cares? I got into RIT. Anybody can get into RIT. I dropped out. My son had a less than stellar report card today. Here's the deal. I wanted him to be a pro golfer. That's why I had a golf club in his hand. I'm like, you get good enough at this, you can go to school for free. And now he's in. Here's the good news. He spread himself a little thin. He's very big into sports. He's playing soccer. He's playing baseball, who I am assistant coaching. I don't even want to talk about the Red Thunder. I thought you were better than you were, Red Thunder. Another loss, 2 in a row. You're all going to get your participation trophies, and you get a nice picture, and that's all you remember. That's all you remember. Why do we even keep score anymore? Why do we? I have no idea why I got into this rant. You know why? Because he's been doing theater. He's been doing a little bit of acting. And my boy, my sweet dear boy, Jackson Dunkleman, the tender age of 10 years old, has booked the role of Trunchbull in Matilda. Now, when I heard the news that his mother told me he got the lead, and then I texted a friend, he got the lead in Matilda. And she was like, wait a minute. He got the lead in Matilda? Is he Matilda? Look, it's a different time. All the Shakespearean actors, they all played the women and they wear the dresses, but who knows? We don't judge here. But he's playing Trunchbull and Trenchbull. You know how it's called. And I couldn't be more proud. He's already been working on his songs. If I had half the talent of that kid, then I might work. By the way, got an interview for a private school that we got to go to. Went to one a couple days ago. Who was there? Benicio del Toro. Wonder if his kid will get in. Here's the deal. I have been experiencing synchronicity so often. It's about 3 times a week that something absolutely insane happens. Okay. I was sitting in they had a little theater preview, and the professors were speaking, and I was sitting there, and I have conversations in my head all the time. I have at least 2 going while I'm doing this podcast, and that's when John's here. Now there's 5 going on. I'm in my head and I'm having a conversation with the professor who's talking, who recognized me. He's like, "Hey, what have you been up to?" I'm like, I'm concentrating, not acting." "Oh, really? What have you been doing?" And I say, I got the Rider campaign, which, by the way, I'll be flying to Orlando in just a few weeks to shoot more commercials with my guy, Sam Ryder. Best year of his career. That's the Dunkle Bump. Next year, we get our first tour win. Let's make it a major. I'm not fucking around. I need job security. You need to ask me to play in the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. We've been over this. I'm thinking in my head, I also did that, and I got an episode of How I Met Your Father, and that's on Hulu right now. 2 seconds later, who walks into the room? Hilary Duff, the lead actress from How I Met Your Father, with her child. I am manipulating reality. I just wish there was a way I could figure out how to manipulate that reality into me getting points. I'm trying to harness this. I don't quite know how. It's bucking me, but it's happening. Let's take a look at the quarterback position for the year to date for all of the league. It's our sweet dear Josh. Oh, Josh Allen. I can't stay mad at you. He had a good fantasy day. 30 points for my brother. 141 points. Second place is 102. He is 39 points ahead of the next quarterback in this league, in this format. Storming back is Justin Fields, tied with Kirk Cousins and Jalen Hurts. Yeah, going into the season, you thought Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, they're, interchange them. They're going to be they're basically the same guy. You can't pick them out of a lineup. They're identical. And then we got Jared Goff and Brock Purdy. Sure, why not? All makes sense. How many do I have to scroll? I'm still scrolling. My thumb hurts from scrolling. Patricia. That's your new name. Mahomes, 63. You can't hold Josh Allen. Jock. You got to work on that short game. You'll be better golfer too, Josh. I'm telling you right now. God, this makes me sick. What a terrible season this has been. Let's go to the running back position. A-Chain, he's still in the lead with 75 points, followed by Mostert, the two fish, 69. McCaffrey with 66. Zach Moss and McLaughlin are the next two. Fantasy football makes no sense whatsoever, does it? Let's go to the wide receivers. Oh, boy. Now look at the differential between the running backs and the wide receivers in this format. We've got the running back has 75. The leading wide receiver in our league has 45 points. And it's a four-way tie. It's a dogfight. Our boy Stephon Diggs, he was disgruntled before the season. I don't know how he feels now. I don't feel great at 3-2, but I'm never going to stop believing. We got D Moore, came out of nowhere. And by the way, hey, Karma Lumpy, fuck you, Steve Lumpy Kears. You blow us off for the Bills game get together 3 years in a row, and then you sit D Moore on a Thursday night, and you got to let that fester. It festers all through Friday. You can't stop thinking about it. Saturday, I'll take my mind off it. I'll watch a little college football. I benched a guy that had 30 points. I hope you suffered, Steve. I hope it hurt, and I hope it hurts the whole year. Keenan Allen, 45. Tyreek Hill, 45. Oh, my God. Kenny Way, our dear, sweet, beloved ass kickers, Kenny Way said, Dunkleman, why am I such an idiot? Why did I draft Jefferson over Hill? I don't know, because now Jefferson is out for a minimum of 4 weeks on the pop. Is that what they call it? I don't know. The edibles are slam dunking on my head right now. I don't see any reason to go on with this podcast. Johnny, get that moose, bag that moose, freeze it, put it in a cooler, send it to LA, get it out here because I want to taste. Good luck to everybody entering week 6. I hope the Bills have a better week. Look, if you don't beat the Giants, I don't know what we're doing. Then you know what, that's the fourth horseman coming, galloping when Brian Daboll has his revenge on Sunday Night Football. Go to our website. I haven't done anything to it, but we have a website. It exists. It's a thing. We'll figure it out. ogfantasyfootball.com. And follow us on the social media at Brian Dunkleman, at the Brian Dunkleman on Instagram. Hey, let's be friends on Facebook. Let's just be friends, everybody. In these troubled times, on a serious note, man, let's figure it out. Do what you can on a daily basis to create a little peace in this world, because this is it's just fucking really, really weird out there right now. Let's keep enjoying this beautiful thing called fantasy football that can at least bring us together, keep our friendships alive, and bring me some goddamn points. For John Burrell, who's in the bush of Montana shooting moose with his 78-year-old father, oh, just come home safe, boys. That's really all we want. We'll see you next time on OG Fantasy Football. Go Bills.